So that's Vinyl Theater, the latest signee to Fueled by Ramen, a really exciting alternative electropop group. And they're from Milwaukee. They're one of the bigger breakout acts from Milwaukee. And we're going to be talking about other kind of emerging acts that aren't as well known, but people should definitely check out, because I think what people forget about Summerfest is, they notice all the headliners at 10 p.m., and those are all big names. But if you get there at 5, 4, 3, sometimes at noon, there's good stuff kind of all day long. It may not be well known to you, but there's stuff to definitely check out. So, in light of that, let's talk about some emerging artists that you'd want to see, Bazan. What stands out to you?
Well, I know we mentioned the Rhyme Sayers stage earlier, and one of the acts on Rhyme Sayers that recently got to Rhyme Sayers is Dilated People. So, not as big as Kendrick, not as on the radio like everybody else. Obviously, they've been around for years, but they just put out their album, Directors of Photography, last year. Really great album, so it'd be great to see that live on stage. And just get their energy along with the rest of the Rhyme Sayers crew. And also another act is the Chicago Afrobeat Project.
So I don't know them very well.
I was kind of introduced to them, they did a remix of Make Me Wanna Holler.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, this is really good. I'm a fan of Marvin Gaye, I'm a fan of Afrobeat, so this is a great kind of mixture. So then they've been around, they're a 14-piece ensemble, and they've been around for a decade or so putting out albums. And so it'll just be great to see that in the mix of Summerfest.
Cool. Jank, what about you? What are some little-known acts, little discoveries for people you'd recommend?
Well, the local group De La Buena.
Okay.
If you love samba, any kind of Latin music, that's the way to go. I've seen them a bunch of times, and every time is great. But also is Sean Kuti in the Egypt 80.
Okay.
And the son of Fela Kuti, who started Afrobeat. He's a little more electro than everybody else, but he's still got the Afrobeat vibe.
Cool.
So it should be pretty good.
Awesome, awesome. Eric, from your perspective, what are some bubbling up acts or little-known acts to see?
First I would mention is Drake White. I got to see him for the first time when he played Milwaukee the first time at Summerfest 2 years ago. He's one of these acts, and there's a number of them at Summerfest where the show starts with a really small crowd because people don't really have the name recognition, and it only takes 2 or 3 songs before passerbys stop and realize what's going on and just how spectacular the act that they're seeing on stage is. And he's one of these performers that just grasps the audience by the throat and demands that you listen and participate.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a bonus pick because John's first pick is actually the show I'm most excited about the entire run of Summerfest.
Really?
So.
And what is that?
Yes, Angelina Presley. Kentucky woman, maybe not so much emerging, but the fact of the matter is she's in Pistol Annie's, and Miranda Lambert's also in the band, and even though it's an equal contribution of all 3 members, it's hard to avoid seeing the superstar and just being like superstar and then other 2 ladies.
Yeah.
But she also put out a great album called American Middle Class that shows that she can definitely stand on her own. And the other one is just kind of Deuce Payne incarnate, Melismatics out of Minneapolis.
Okay.
Just basically a pop rock band, sugary, crunchy, but they've worked with people like John Auer of the Seattle band The Posies, with Dan Wilson, the former Semisonic frontman, who's written with people like Adele.
Oh, cool.
They've worked with big people, and they can do good pop rock.
Awesome, awesome. Well, some really good picks, guys. Thanks a lot.